Hey, good morning. It's Thursday, the 23rd of June, here in Cypress, Texas. It's amazing how quick the time flies. It's amazing. Um, so, chapter 31 is the last chapter of Proverbs, and of everything that came out of me today, came out of the reading today, is this down. So it's King Lemuel. I'm like, who's Lemuel? Well, I looked it up. It's Solomon. It's another name for Solomon. And this chapter is actually it's his mother, Bathsheba. She's he's either quoting her or um, things that she would tell him all the time, right? And this is she's basically the author through him. So using a pen name, Lemuel, and he's basically this whole chapter in Proverbs is the advice, the guidance given to him by his mother Bathsheba. All right. And so, she tries to tell. So when I first read this, I'm like, this just doesn't make sense, But now realizing that it's really his mother, don't give yourself to women that take down kingdoms, right? Oh, every young man, when he starts like getting interested in girls, needs to be reading this chapter, right? But there's there's way more to it than this, They, oh my goodness, my dad advised me, look how they treat their husband. If they're fighting and bickering, and yeah, that's kind of probably how their mom's gonna be. They're real critical and all that. If they're look at how they treat their dad. If they're loving on him, So okay, so I'm gonna tell you that ain't all you can live for, right? Just watch how they treat their siblings. They're fighting and gossiping and arguing all the time. That's who they really are. They can't hide that. They see how they deal with money. If they just like to spend, then that's who you got, right? And so, with all of that said, there's some good stuff in chapter 31 of Proverbs, and the credit goes to Bathsheba. The and then all the way through, every time I read everything now, I'm like, what do these words really mean? What are they? When it's talking about the sheep, it's really talking about people, right? When they're talking about trees, they're really talking about leaders. When they're talking about um, water, blood, and wine, and fire, they're all talking about different levels of the Holy Spirit. When they're talking about bread, they mean the Word. When they talk about when somebody's kissing somebody, it's they're imparting the Word on them. And there's a whole bunch of, just totally creates a whole different meaning to everything that you're reading. All right. Have a great Thursday.